Hello everyone, I'm Aizy and I'm here with aizy for Team North. Would you say that physical activity is important for a professional player?
Sure. You get a lot of energy and you don't really get tired. So physical sports and just like working out and everything is really good for you.
Do you do some sport by yourself?
I work out a few times a week, or at least I try to. Sometimes it's hard with all the travel and if you have long days at the office. But I'm trying as much as I can.
And do you have any kind of specialist that helps you with that in a team, or is it more like players do it by themselves?
It can be both. Either in North we can have someone, or we can just do it by ourselves. Just do some running or anything. Doesn't really matter as long as you get your pulse up. So yeah, both.
So we say something about physical activity. So obviously food comes in. Do you have someone that is responsible for helping you out with your nutrition?
We don't have anyone responsible. We can ask for help if we want to know what we want to eat or gonna eat. But besides that, we just decide ourselves if we want to eat bad or good or whatever we want to eat. It's not really up to North, but we try to eat as healthy as possible.
Would you have any kind of tips for maybe players that are willing to go professional and have some problems in tournaments with nutrition, so they feel not very good when they're playing?
It's a hard question because you need to find something that suits you. Like you can't just say go eat broccoli because not everyone likes broccoli. Find something that you like that's also good for you, and you can feel a difference fast.
Would you say that sports psychologists in esports are an important part of the competition?
I think it's kind of getting into the scene right now with sports psychologists. Depends on the team, of course. Some teams have it, some teams doesn't. It depends. I mean, it helps us and it helps Astralis as well. At least I think so. But it depends on the team.
Would you say there is lack of specialists helping out esports communities?
Depends. Like if you're in an organization that doesn't have resources available, maybe. But it all depends if you have the money for a sports psychologist or specialists or anything. It's still kind of new with sports psychologists and everything. So it depends if you have the right resources.
Would you maybe describe a little bit the steps of career in professional gaming? You start as an amateur, and what's the road to becoming a professional player?
I mean, a lot of people ask this question, and it's a hard question to ask, because you can't just say that go play and you will be pro. Obviously, you have to have a passion for it, and you have to play a lot. I would suggest try to get into FPL. A lot of people get known by that. Recognized. To be honest, that's probably my best answer to get into FPL.
What would be the best tool for improvement in game? Is it deathmatch or aim maps or sparring with your friends, or what's the best way to improve?
It's very personal. Some players like to play a lot of deathmatch. Some players don't even play deathmatch. Try to find a team that you like to play with probably friends to start off with, and start working and getting better and better and playing small tournaments or local lands or anything. And if you do good, at some point you will get recognized.
How do you like it here in Katowice? Is it your first event or not really? And would you come back? How do you like the organization?
It's been my third or fourth time here in Katowice. I really like it. I love, at least when I get to play in Spodek. Sadly we didn't get to play here this time, but I think the atmosphere here is crazy.
And would you be coming back for next ones or not really?
Yeah, of course.
If you could say a little, maybe tips, how could the different communities support your gameplay? Because we know that players are, if they underperform, some people are really harsh on their teams and they think they're maybe helping them. So what's your view on that? Is it helping or not really? And what's the possible answer to helping and supporting players?
I think a lot of pros are really good at blogging the community out. Of course, it's nice to get good comments, but of course, there's always going to be haters. But besides that, you just try to block it out. Of course, there will always be someone who dislike you, or will just I don't know, attack you because if you have a bad game or anything. I don't know. There will always be some people who will dislike the way you play or just how you perform or anything if you don't top perform. Of course, some people have a rough time, and I think most of the people or these pro players is just trying to block this out because it's not going to help you in any positive way.
Would you say it's easy to block out those comments and still perform at your best, or it's really really hard?
Depends. Some people have a slump for a long time. Some people have a slump for just a short time. I mean, if it's easy, just don't read like comments on HLTV and everything, because obviously people don't really support you, because if you're good in one game, they support you, and if you're bad in another game, they just hate you, right? So it's very back and forth. They just jump on the wagon, which will go the right way. So just, I don't know, block out the community sometimes. If you're having a rough time, it's probably going to help you.
Would you say that the solution for this problem could be hiring a PR manager which would manage your fan page or website?
Of course, you're going to see negative comments sometimes, but if you just ignore them, it's going to be fine. You don't really need a PR manager to help you block out these things, at least in my opinion.
Okay, so just a finishing question. What would you say to your fans and people cheering all over the world for your team, and how they could maybe make you play even better?
I just want to say thank you to everyone who support us, and especially me as well, because I'm having a really rough time at the moment. So thank you for that, and besides that, keep cheering for us. It will be better.
Thank you very much for the interview, and I hope you will be watching next ones.